to the Women's Z Bola Show. I'm your host, Vupe Jenny. On today's episode, we'll talk about the Copper Queens who are at the verge of qualifying to the final round of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. They take on Ghana tomorrow at 18 hours at Levy Mwanawasa Stadium right here. Before my analyst for today joins me, we'll hear from both coaches and captain.
For sure, that time we were leading the second half, so we didn't want to open up because what we were trying to avoid is to concede a goal. So this time around, I think we've worked on the weaknesses that we identified during that game. We just need to be cautious because the game is not yet over until it's over. We still have 90 minutes, we played 90 minutes away in Ghana. So the other 90 minutes, we cannot say since we are leading, we should relax. We'll play according to the plan. I think we are ready to face any team. And coming to the first one, I think it's important now for Zambia to qualify for the second time because the first time when we went there, okay, we did well, but this time around, if we qualify, our target will be to go for the goals, or we should at least come back with the menu. That's why we want to qualify. We want to go there to compete up to the highest level. We got enough experience now. We shouldn't actually struggle other teams, especially when we qualify to the Olympics. I think we've got players who are ready to come, and out of those players we identified the player who can actually replace Susan. So, okay, even as we say we are missing the services of Susan because there she was I would say our key player. So I don't know how it is. You cannot avoid some of especially injuries and other things. So we still have at least manpower to take over Susan. So we can give them a chance, but as it is now, we need to at least use players who are already established there, and if things go well.
I think in Ghana we had some chances that we missed out in the first half, but I think we worked on that, which we want to apply to tomorrow's game, and we have to utilize all the chances that we're going to have. I think the fans should expect a good game because, as we all know, women's football now has really improved in our country. Everyone is pushing hard and working extra hard. Everyone is wishing to be a national team, so the competition is very hard. So it's good for us as a country. So the fans should expect a very good game tomorrow. Was down, but we knew at that time that we have a big task ahead of us that we needed to concentrate. We know she's always part of us, and so rest in peace. And actually, we are dedicating each game we are playing to her.
Really about it, she's the player side, but we are first of all very relaxed, with a good preparation here. We are very confident because our performance, the stats, everything was on our side at the whole game, so we should have get a better result out of it. And then we are certainly very, very hungry. We have never been on the Olympics in the women's side, so this is in our vision and on our Mission World Cup. It's a big step we want to achieve, and I can tell you we will ensure tomorrow that we put all out
you know, football, it can go either way, so that's what happened. Amazing ability to go Olympics. It's a big opportunity to show the world that Ghana can play football and just put ourselves on the map again for football.
Football is today. We need to win the game, the next game. So I'm not holding too much on these records. You know, of course it makes us proud. Nine games in a row we've been unbeaten. We haven't been scored also 9 games in a row. We worked a lot in the defense. And you saw also the game against Zambia that our defense is in a very good shape against your top strikers. But
Okay, so we have heard from the both coaches and captain. With me, I'm joined by Nicholas and pick it up from the coaches' sentiments. Lamek, what's your sentiment on the coaches and captains from both sides?
Okay, from what I observed, both coaches are confident of victory tomorrow. But what is key in this particular game is that qualification for the Olympics is at stake. And if you listen to Bruce, he is actually giving us a hint to say we might see a different Copa Queens than the one we watched in Accra, Ghana. And what gives him the confidence is obviously because the girls will be playing on home soil and they would want to impress the home crowd. But what is also important to note from that particular interview is that he did note that the midfield needs a bit of a patch-up because we are missing the services of Susan Banda, who is key in that particular squad if the squad is to actually succeed on any given day. And he has to depend on a makeshift type of midfield as we are going to face the Black Queens of Ghana. The Ghanaian coach, obviously, the team is wounded, but she feels it's not yet done. If only they can get a goal, I think that will raise their morale and they can actually go in for a kill. What is key is that she notices that Zambia has got lethal strikers in Rachel Kundananji and Barbara Banda, and the technical bench will be focusing on how they can actually halt that particular attack. Also, they have to bear in mind that for them to qualify, a goalless draw puts them on a disadvantage. Any draw puts them on a disadvantage, so they should aim for actually a kill. And she was actually keen to note that African football has developed and the Copa Queens have been leading the way, having been to the Olympics before. They've gone to the World Cup. Ghana missed the AFCON last time, so they are actually coming back, and she's been unbeaten before she met Zambia, so she wants to prove a point when they play Copa Queens tomorrow.
Thank you very much for that answer. I'm coming back with the second question to you. What do you expect from the Copa Queens?
What is expected is an improved performance from what we saw last week. I think on Friday evening, they played better in the first half. They created a number of chances that they could not convert. And if you listen to the coach, you actually also identify that those mistakes have been ironed out. So we hope that we have clinical finishers in this particular game against Ghana. Also, Ghana did dominate in midfield. They dominated in play. So we are hoping for a better performance than what we saw last Friday. And Bruce is on record having, promised the nation that we should expect a different Copa Queens. We are not sure if there are going to be changes to the lineup. I don't think there are going to be wholesale changes. Maybe 1 or 2 changes might come in just to stabilize the team.
Thank you very much for your answers and your time that you have given. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What are your expectations from the Copa Queens as they take on Ghana tomorrow, carrying 1-0 lead?
Well, obviously the expectations are high, especially from me and whether the fans back right here in Zambia, because after that 1-0 victory in Ghana, the second half performance wasn't up to standard. So obviously this time around they'll be hoping obviously to up their game a little bit and close down the game as quickly as possible, so that at least they don't have to panic like they did in the second half, because you could see that in the second half Ghana was pressuring, mounting in pressure, and later on they actually almost actually equalized, so didn't do well for Zambia. So hopefully this time around they close down the game as quickly as possible, because we have the attacking player in us, but it's just about closing down the game and obviously picking up a win and obviously qualify to the next round.
Thank you. Ghana lining up, seeing how they had to put up a gallant fight for that matter in their country?
I think for Ghana, obviously, the coach, I think in her remarks was made us aware to say she watched about 21 previous games for Zambia, and obviously that was the 22nd one when they played against Zambia, and that was the first time live in action. So obviously she studied the Zambian now very well, and she knows what Zambia can offer, and obviously their strength and weaknesses. So obviously that she'll be looking to utilize, and I'm sure her lining up will be obviously to close down where Zambia is strong the most, and we all know where Zambia's strong points are. But you know, Zambia is actually a team, more of a team rather than individuals, because you can see that everyone makes a shift in as much as they depend on Barbara and Kunda Nanji for goals, but overall everyone puts in an 100% shift. So I don't expect it easy for Ghana, but overall I expect them to probably put up a good performance, especially that if they can build from that second half performance, I'm sure it will be a tough task to ask for Zambia come tomorrow at Levy Mwanawasa Stadium.
Okay, Nick, thank you very much for the analysis that you have given and the breakdown on the game that is going to take place tomorrow. To our viewers, thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you and stay tuned.